Oh yeah. Today we have Ethnos, game by Spaghetti Western Games, and really CMoN. Great game. I used to play it quite a bit a few years back. Love this game. So let's crack her open. So to win, this game plays 2 to 6 players. To win, you want to have the most glory at the end of the game. You get glory in by playing cards and having area control. Now, the game is played over 3 ages. Rulebook sits. Player board. Yeah, I'm playing this tomorrow, so I'm opening it today. Cards, pick a color, and then put your player, and then for your area control, 6 colors. Move these out of the way. Crack these cards open. Okay, so whenever you so on your turn, you're gonna play allies and use their abilities, which I'll show you those here in just a second. I'm gonna start the age with 1 card in hand. Dragons, once you hit the 3rd dragon of the deck, then the round will end. Right, 3 dragons. And then we got all these different these classes, these classes, whatever. So races. So we're in the centaurs, and then they've all got, it looks like 2 of each color. Yeah, so centaurs right there. So, okay, what do centaurs do? If you place the marker on the board, you may place another band of allies immediately. Dwarves, this band counts as X+1 for end of age scoring. So yeah, 2 of every color. Except for the halflings, I think. Alright, but anyway. Dwarves. Elves. Get to the rest of these in a second. But alright. Start age with 1 card in hand. On your turn, you're going to recruit an ally from the market or the top deck. There's a market. The market starts out with, like, I believe 5 cards in it, something like that. But anyway, play a band. So on your turn, you're going to recruit an ally from the market or the top deck, 1, and then you're going to play a band. A band is either going to be all the same color or all the same guys, but I'll get to that. Play a band. Can ally if they share a tribe, which is the race, dwarves, elves, whatever, or the kingdom, which is the color. So yeah, these kingdoms up top, they just have a different color, like Pelagon is gray, Althea, really the color for the colorblind. So yeah, you count up, and then on your turn, you're going to count up the number of control cards, the number of control markers in that kingdom. And then if your band is bigger than that number, add 1 of your control markers. Okay, 1 is enough for your first, to lay your first control marker, at least 2 for the second. And then now you use the special ability of your leader. The leader is going to be the top 1. So say you're playing elves. Now, I mean, let's say you're playing like a different color races from the same kingdom. Okay, whichever one you put at the top, that's going to be your leader. So you may keep up to X cards in your hand. Usually when you play, you're going to dump all the cards in your hand. But let me just keep on going with the rules though. Okay, now discard every ally still in your hand. Place them face up in the market, so the market will be fluctuating in number. But anyway, yeah, let's go to the board. So yeah, so with the elf, you wouldn't have to discard all the cards in your hand. You may keep up to X cards in your hand, which X is how many cards you just played in this band, I'm sure. Right, yeah, and then place the rest in the market. Keep your played band in front of you to score later. If you ever have more than 10 cards in your hand, you can't recruit. You must take the play a band action. So, right. And then of course another way to play a band could be just all elves, or well, all dwarfs. Like say you have all these different dwarves, that could be a band as well, or the same color. Okay, so in the bottom half of the deck, we'll have these 3 dragons. So you'll shuffle the shuffle the deck or whatever with the dragons outside of it, and then like in the bottom half, no. There's some kind of tricky way you do it, but you shuffle the 3 dragons in the bottom half of the deck, and then when those dragons come up, when the last dragon comes up, that's when the round is ended. Yeah, so like the first one to draw a dragon, just set it aside and draw a replacement card. Once all 3 dragons are out, the age ends, then you score the kingdoms. So give player with the most control. So the score map, this is for a certain faction. The score map. Okay, so you give the player with the most control markers the amount of glory for that age. And then here goes some glory tokens going all the way from 0 to 10. Yeah, so right here, like on the board, the ages will determine, so like, you know, you'll shuffle these glory markers, and then there'll be different ones placed, and then you'll place them face down. So you'll flip them as the ages go by. So first age, you'll see what the areas are worth for each age. Then you give the player with the most control markers for that area that amount of glory for that age. And then of course here goes the glory track. Most glory wins. Yeah, kind of hard to make out, but yeah, glory marker going around here. In the second age, you give the, yeah, so in the second age, where is that on the map? Yeah, it's not there. Oh, it's not really on the board. But in the second age, you give the first player number 2s, and the second player number 1's winning glory. So, all right, so second age, the first highest in the control markers or whatever, they get the number 2. Then the second player, the second in the lead, they get the number 1's glory. And then in the third age, you give the first player number 3s, second player's numbers 2s, and third number 1s. Ties usually split. And then when you score the bands, that's how you score the map at the end of the age or whatever. When the dragons come out, you score the map. And then when you score the bands, now you calculate the glory of each band of allies. That markers, that key is right there, which is still very hard to see. But anyway, yeah, right there. No what this so unorthodox. Let me just put it right here. Okay, so when you score bands, now you calculate the glory of the band of allies. So 1 card would be 0 glory. 2 cards, 1 glory. 3 cards, three cards in the band, that'll be 3 glory. 4, 6, 5, 10, 6 cards or more in the band, then that's 15 points of glory. Okay, now you collect and reshuffle all allies, deal 1 card to each player, then set out twice as many cards as number of players for the market. So market's going to be twice as many as the number of players. You shuffle the 3 dragons back into the bottom half of the deck. Then control markers stay in place, the ones that were placed on the board, like, you know, going for the most control per area. Player with the least glory goes first, and then that's an age. Game ends after 3 ages. Most glory wins. You deal 1 ally card to each player. Deal 2 times the number of players face up to the market roll, like I said. Shuffle 3 dragons into the bottom half of the ally deck. Random player goes first. Yeah, but I thought least glory goes first, so one of the two. Okay, so leader abilities. The centaurs. Yeah, like I said, centaurs may immediately play another band from hand. Okay. The dwarves. This band counts as X plus 1 for end of age scoring. So X is the amount of cards in the band that you played. Giants. If you play the biggest band with the giant leader, take control of the giant token and score 2 glory. Giant token's right here. And then if you have played the largest band in play with the giant leader, score 2 points. And then if you still have it at the end of the age, then you get to score for whatever age it is. Like if it's 3rd age, 6 points. Right. All right, that's giants. And you know, that giant token can be passed all around. Okay, halflings. There's double the amount of halflings as any other race, which is 24. So don't place a marker on the board. Yeah. And anytime you play a band, you're gonna play a control token. Yeah, right. But with the halflings, you do not place a marker on the board. And then whichever one your leader is, you're gonna put it into that color of, like, you know, Stranton will go in the Stranton area if that's your leader. Then you place the control marker and you pop off their leader ability if it's the top one of your, like, say you're playing halflings. Like, see, there's 4 halflings of every color. But say you're playing all halflings. So first you'll get all these points. Say you're playing a bunch of halflings. Then you got 6 halflings down. You're going to get 15 points as soon as you play all those halflings. 15 points for playing those halflings. And you don't get to place a marker because you're playing halflings, which kind of sucks, but you're getting a bunch of points for playing halflings. And yeah, normally you would place a blue marker in the Stranton area if that's your top halfling, but you're not because you're playing halflings. Okay, what else we got? Merfolk, they come with their own special board. Where's the Merfolk board? All right, Merfolk board. So whichever player, so like, say you score some Merfolk, then everybody gets a marker on the 0 as you advance up the Merfolk board by playing Merfolk-led bands. Then you will score points. Advance X spaces on the Merfolk track for however many cards you played in the band that were led by Merfolk. Led by having it as the top card. So say you got 6, you'll go all the way up to 6. And then you pass the 3, so you'll get a glory. No. You'll place a marker. One of them two. One of them. But anyway, merfolk. Okay, who else we got? We've got the Minotaurs. This band counts as X plus 1 for placing a marker on the board. Okay, so you can have... Yeah, so you can lead the area control with these guys easier by having Minotaurs. Orcs. Place a marker on the matching space of the orc board. Okay, so the orc board, you can never get 2 of the same color. But, you place a marker there for however many markers you have. You'll get that many points at the end of the game by placing on the orc board. Right. Orcs. Trolls. Take an unclaimed troll token with the value of X. Troll tokens. What are troll tokens? Alright, troll tokens. So these are like the mystery guys right here. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. Yeah, so these things are somehow... Oh, yeah. So, like, you're going to want to be the first one to claim it so you can get the 6-pointer with the trolls. Value up to X. And X, of course, is the number of guys in your band. So, like, you play a 6-card band led by a troll. You'll hopefully try to get that 6-pointer. Wing folk, you place your marker on any kingdom of the board. So even if you're leading with a Stratton, you can come to any colored region, kingdom. Wing folk, wizard, draw X cards from the deck. Okay, nice. Determined by how many people in the band. Skeleton, can't be a leader, can be used with any band of allies, must be discarded before end of age scoring. So helps you get glory. No, helps you place the marker, but sucks on the glory. So you can't score it at the end of the age. Yeah. Skeletons, they're all brown, whatever, black. And then you randomize which races you're playing with by these cards. And I think you play with 5 of these per game or something. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's just me going over real quick. Not the most comprehensive best thing, but about to play it tomorrow. So it is what it is. All right, Folio Games. There's been Ethnos. Pretty cheap nowadays. You can find it for the low. And that's all I got. Smell y'all later. Deuces. Folio Games. All right, today I'm going to do something different. Let's go over the rules summary first. The initial setup, randomly place glory tokens in ascending order. Glory tokens. Their value from 0 to 10. Randomly place glory tokens in ascending order in each kingdom. Remove the 4+ tokens in a 2 to 3 player game. So these are the kingdoms. You'll randomly put them out there. Randomly pick 6 tribes for the game and shuffle in allies deck 5 tribes in a 2 to 3 player game. Beginning a new age, each player draws 1 ally card. Place a number of face-up ally cards next to the board equal to twice the number of players. Shuffle the 3 dragons into the bottom half of the allies deck. Determine first player, random at first age. Player with the least glory on the second and third age. Tiebreaker, player closest to the 3rd dragon card drawn. Playing through an age. Players take turns in clockwise order on their turn. Players do one of these. Recruit 1 ally, draw an ally card either from the face-up cards or from the allies deck. Maximum hand size 10 cards. If a dragon card is drawn, place it face up next to the board and draw another card. or play a band of allies. Lay down a group of 1 to 10 ally cards from in front of you. No, in front of you, either of the same color or the same tribe. Choose one of these cards to be the leader, placing it on top of the band. If the kingdom matching the color of the leader has fewer control markers of your color than the number of cards in the band, you may add one of your control markers to that kingdom. Let's run that back. If the kingdom matching the color of that leader has fewer control markers of your color than the number of cards in this band, you may add one of your control markers to that kingdom. Okay. That's that clarification right there. Only the ability described on the leader card may be used. Any cards left in your hand must be discarded face up next to the board for players to recruit on their turn. That's the market. Okay, end of an age. When the third dragon card is drawn, the age immediately ends. Players with the most control markers in each kingdom earn glory. First age, player with the most control markers earns the glory indicated in the one space of the kingdom. One space of the kingdom. Second age, most control markers earns the 2 space. Second most earns the 1 space in a 2-player game. The second player gets no glory, and the first gets 1 and 2. If there's no opposing control markers in the kingdom. Third age, most control markers earns the 3 spot. Second earns the 2, and third earns the 1. And if there's a tie, players add together the glory rewards and divide it equally, rounded down. Players earn glory from each band of allies they played according to their size indicated on the corner of the board. So right there. All right. Discard all ally cards, both from players' hands and from played bands. Shuffle them into a new deck. Okay, end of the game. The game ends after the third age is played, and in a 2 to 3 player game, it ends after the second age. The player with the most glory is the winner. All right, so now I'm going to go into the long form of this. See you in a second. And let's admire this nice insert. Put your control markers in there, all 6 colors. Put your glory tokens in there. Your giant token. No, troll tokens. Giant token. Put your cards in there. Or you can leave them in these bags. Either way you want to do it. All right. See you in a second.